Where are my shoes, my friend? Where are my shoes? Sorry guys, still looking for my shoes. I will be right there. Shoes are shoes. All right, guys, we have to write the Astoria 8 line. The Astoria line 8. That's what we need. Okay. There we go. I was planning today a little bit of powder. Yep. Close. All right. So we are back on the bike after this long ride on Saturday. Yesterday we had a rest day. We drank a little bit too much, so we're feeling that today. But yeah, like promised, it's I think the last day of stage 4, so it's the last day we can complete this race. It's not the most ideal for us. It's a lot of climbing. It has the jungle circuit, which is really heavy. So yeah, we have first the jungle loop again, which is doable if we have a good group, but yeah, it has some nice nasty climbing in there as well. The dirt is slow, but hopefully we'll find our way through that. Still being able to stick with a few guys, I guess. Now we're cruising through the epic K1. And I think that will sting after the jungle, because it's really quick after the jungle, right? Like normally if you come out of the jungle, I remember last week when we did the jungle race, the part where I was able to recover is now the part where the epicum is gonna start. And that's another like, what, 400 meters of climbing? We don't have to do the radio tower, so that's a good thing. But it's still probably a solid like 20-25 minute climb. And once we get up there and we get over the hilly part and we get towards the tunnel, we have a long descent, so that's where we can actually recover. And then we cruise to the end, right? So basically it's a race for me. It kind of finishes in my head on the top of the car. Like I said, it's not the perfect one for us. If they are going too fast on the jungle, I'm not sure if we are like prepared to stick or try to stick with them and try to blow us up, because we know we still have a lot of climbing coming through. Last week when we did it, it was a little bit easier trying to hold the wheels. Even we went pretty deep for that climb to stick to the front, and we managed to stick with the front, but yeah, after that it was all downhill, right? And now we have the epicum, different story, another 25 minutes of climbing, but I'm pretty sure I'll do my best to try and stick with like the group we get there with through the jungle, and then if we split up on the epic, then so be it. It's a hot day, so I got some water prepared. I'm expecting like something like an hour, just over an hour maybe. The big loop. Let us see the big loop. We haven't done the big loop yet. But the big loop counterclockwise, like we are doing today, is not a badge. So that's a shame, right? If we did it in a normal direction, we would have added a badge with it as well. But yeah, the big loop is 42 kilometers. If I'm not mistaken, we're doing only 13 today. So I guess it's a little bit shorter. We'll see. We know we have the jungle and we know we have the epicum. Those are the two really tough parts. And hopefully the rest is a little bit of cruising. I hope we mounted the bike well, because every time I go outside I remount the bike. I think it's mounted well, very strong. And then one of my first races, if I'm a little bit too wobbly on the bike comes loose and the race is over, of course. So let's not hope that happens today. I try to pay attention to that so it doesn't happen, but you can never be like too sure. At this point I'm doing, I think the Historia at 11.5k. So let's see if we can finish that one badge wise. Like promised, so today is the stage 4 race. Not my best one, but we want to complete it, and I don't feel like doing the group ride, because the group ride, it gives me a race feeling anyhow. Then I'd rather join the race and just try my best, right? I'm not sure if the legs think the same about that, but hey, we'll do our best and we'll see where we get. And then we'll see when this week we will try the grid race, the B grid race. It's either tomorrow or Thursday. We're gonna try that one. Looking forward to that. Forward to being dropped. Ah crap, I didn't change. How do I change the settings? Where do I change the title? Ah. There we go. Updates. We're still streaming in the wrong day, so I guess harder for people to jump in. So we got about 20 minutes to complete 9 kilometers for this batch. We'll see. Hey Camp, welcome man. How are you today? We're doing a quick warm-up. Should be out 11.5k if we manage to finish it in time to get the badge. And then, like promised, we are going for the stage 4. I'm feeling pretty okay right now. This morning was a little bit worse. A little bit too much of alcoholic beverages. I hate them, man. So yeah, was going a little bit heavy on the alcohol yesterday evening. So we can surely feel that. But yeah, we're here, man. It's the last day of stage 4. We have to complete it. Yeah, yeah. I fixed it. Looks like there was a pipeline that was full with I don't know, is it waste or something? So I just had to fix that, and gone it was. Problem solved. But today, stage 4 is not my stage, right? We had to pick between Road to the Sky with the Alp or like the second evil, the epic come together with the jungle. It's like the worst combination ever. I don't feel confident on both of them, but we had to pick them to complete. And I don't like group rides, so we went for the race and had to do our best. We went for the Epicom and the jungle loop. I think we will start with the jungle loop. We did that last week. That's pretty tough, especially that little climb just before the bridge. Really nasty. But let's hope we can stay strong and stay with the front there, and then we'll see on the epic what happens. Hey Swifty, how are you, man? Did you recover from the vodka yesterday? It's a little over 30k, but it will have a lot of altitude news, so I'm guessing we'll be over the hour to finish. The jungle loop has like what, 100 climbing meters, and then the Epicom itself is like 400. We're not doing the radio tower in this race, so that's a little bit of a good thing, I guess. Sometimes it's good as well, man. Sometimes it's good as well, especially for the recovery, because you had the highs and then you're perfect shape to go to sleep and get up nice and healthy. I had a little bit of a tough time this morning, but yeah, we pulled through. We pulled through. The recovery day wasn't so much a good recovery body-wise, but we weren't on a bike, so. But if there's anything of alcohol left, we'll sweat it out in this one coming up in 20 minutes. It's hot here in Belgium. It's a hot day. Well, for us it's a hot day on this time of year. It's around 23 degrees, very sunny, and I have the afternoon sun on this side of the house. So in the afternoon, like now, evening, even, it gets nice and hot, just the way you like it, right? You push 2 times on your pedals and you're sweating and you feel like you already worked out, so that's the good thing about it. You feel like you're battling from the first pedal stroke of the start. So I'm really curious on the pace of this race. It can go all the way. We will start with the jungle, so it's probably gonna go quite fast until the first small climb before the jungle. I think the first groups will be really formed there, and hopefully we can push on a bit and get with the front, because you can make a nice gap just after that small climb, just before we hit the jungle. Hey Physic, how are you, man? So I think and I hope that's a little bit of the plan, to stick with the front on that first steep climb, which is only like 3 minutes, right? And then after the bridge, it gets fast again. And if you have like 20 seconds, you can easily make that 1 minute in like a couple of 100 meters. That's crazy, that part, because it has insane downhill draft, and you take that momentum down to the first part of the jungle. So yeah, hopefully we have some people there with us, and then it's a matter of riding through the pain and getting on top of that jungle route, and then the epic starts. Every man for himself. Every man for himself on the epic. There's no real draft advantage for me there. We have to shoot all our matches there. If we have left, we shoot it there, and we'll see where it gets us, right? Once we're on the top, it's a little bit hilly. That's more our thing. Although we're tired, we get that momentum every time going up. So short bursts we are better at that. So I think that's okay. And then once you hit the downhill, you have like 5 minutes of cruising. I think there's only one part through the castle where you really have to paddle, and the rest you can go super tuck if you want, depending on who you are with at that time. And I hope we're still near the front or with a big group, so we can get like a speedy ending. That would be fun. That would be fun. So we are totally out of the comfortable flat zones, right? Our advantage is that grid race, short power, good drafting, big groups. That's our thing. I don't think we'll have much of this in this race. As far as I've seen, it won't be that much people attending as well. I think we should be around 100. I'm guessing. So if we have a good start, the front group may only be like 30-40 people, and then at first climb might get like a front group of 10 people even, and that's nice for a climb. That's some nice people to try and follow. Yeah. The fan is on, man. I was still charging my my hardware monitor, so that's why it's not on at this point. It had only 10% left. I think that would be enough for the race, but I wasn't sure, so I'm charging it a little bit. A good fan is really important for indoor riding, right? This one is doing his work, but it's not the best one. It's a little bit loose, so if I move it, it's sometimes a little bit noisy, but once it's there, it's good. It's doing its work, it's cooling me down, that's the most important thing. But yeah, I think like the Wahoo prices are crazy, right? All the things from Wahoo are like absolutely ridiculously expensive. The headwind is like what, 400 euros for just some wind in your face. If you want the little table to put your keyboard on or your laptop, you pay like 250 euros. What's up with that, man? That's just some plastic bars and a plastic plate, and they charge so much for that. Like the climb, the Wahoo climb, I can understand it's more expensive because with the electronics and stuff, okay, whatever, but the other stuff. Like, exactly, man, exactly. But like they lure you in with like a good trainer, right? Because they have a good trainer, and it's pretty competitive towards the rest of the market. But then once you're addicted to the Wahoo and you want to stick with them, you're gonna pay so much money if you want a full setup. They're crazy, man. The only thing I can understand is the kicker and then the climb, because it's pretty technical. But like the headwind, the only thing it has is like a remote function, so you can do it with your phone. But that's not 400 euros kind of material stuff. You can buy a 20 euro one and just put it close to you and press the button. it will take a while to get the same amount of money. And the table is just absurd. I've been looking for that because I really want that, right? At this point, I don't have anything high enough. I'm in front of my desk, but it's just a little too uncomfortable to be typing there or to take the keyboard. So I want to have something to the side, to have like an extra candy bar or water bottle on the keyboard. But I'm not going to spend 250 euros on that. But there's no competition as well, so they can ask it, I guess. Yeah, exactly. I have been trying to find competition in laptop tables, but there isn't much. There's a lot of things you have to fix to your steering wheel to hold your iPad or your laptop, but I don't need that. That's not what I want. Doesn't feel comfortable as well. Because my steer is pretty wobbly, it's going left and right, it's not fixed to the ground. I like it that way, it gives a little bit more of a natural feeling for me. So I don't want to be putting stuff on there, it will just fall down every time I do a little bit of an effort. Yeah, that's true. The standing desks. But that's mostly for laptops as well. I found a great one on Amazon, but it's only deliverable in the US. It was like 50 euros or something, and it looked like quite similar to the Wahoo one. But it was not deliverable here in Belgium. I'm still on the lookout for something great, and maybe in the end I'll make something for myself. Like on the long rides, I just take my chair, I put another chair on top of it, and that's the perfect height. It's not really stable and permanent, but it does the job. For the longer ones, for the short ones, I don't really need one. I have my phone, and if I need something, I just type it. Just get it over with. Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm not the handiest person, but I think with like a few beers and some motivation, I can fix something that's decent enough to put my keyboard on and has the right height. Let's wrap it up for just like 2 minutes or 1 minute, whatever, and get my heart rate a little bit up. It's not showing, but my watch is on the floor. But I do want to get my heart rate up just a tiny little bit before we start, in case it's really hard. Because if they're starting really hot, and I'm really whiffed from the first 500 meters, yeah, that might be the first group bye-bye, right? Yeah, if you put it in front of your, but you can put it next to your bike as well, right? Physic. That made my heart ticking a bit. Two mountain bike miles, that's nothing. Just a warm-up. We finished that one last week. Yeah, that's nice too, man. Some carbon boxes, but I think it's just, it's like handy, right, to have the table there just set up. It's nice, it's clean. Like the two chairs part, it works as well for me. Two chairs on top of each other. It works fine, but it looks crappy. It really looks crappy, and like I can already see it happening. My daughter running in, "Hi daddy," and pushes the chair. Everything falls down. No, 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 no. It's more, man. It's 250, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 250 for the Wahoo table. 250. 250, man. For some plastic, a plastic table. People are actually buying it, man. Exactly. But there isn't that much competition in it yet. Might be a good thing for another company to pick up on. It's crazy, and like 100 euros or something, I would even consider it. But 250, nah, never. I'm never gonna get that one. Not to put my keyboard on, because that's exactly what I've been using it for. To put one keyboard on and one water bottle. That's it. You cannot justify that purchase for that reason, right? That's just absurd. Yeah, exactly. That's a good pricing. And then you're supporting as well because you like the brand. You want to stick with the brand because you already have like the kicker or something and you want to have a complete set. I get it. Looks clean, it looks nice. And I think in overall there will be like less winning on one, but they will sell much more and win much more money on that. We should be getting the badge anytime soon now. I think that's the finish there, yeah. And then we'll hop over to the starting point. Only 5 minutes left, and we'll see how many guys are waiting there. Hopefully not too many. Although, yeah, the more people, the more fun sometimes, but it also means probably quicker starts, quicker climbs, and more sweat. Although I think we'll really maximum sweating anyhow. All this climbing. Yeah, true. So true. There we go. Let's join the event and let's get my heart rate monitor because that's still on the ground. %69%. That's a sign. That's a sign. Whew, 50 guys. So I guess late joiners will be like 80 people. That's good, right? I'm guessing around 80. Yeah, let's try, man. I think the start, to be honest, in this group, it will be pretty okay. I don't think they will be going too crazy with this amount of people. First challenge will be the little climb just before the jungle. It's just before the bridge where you have to go on the com left, the epic com, or right towards the jungle. The climb before that, that's the first part where it's gonna be like stretched out. So I think we want to be in the front there and then push ourselves through that jungle. Just push ourselves through. It's gonna be hard. And we're not thinking about the epic come after. Like the first race is the jungle, and then we saw the new race. And that's the epic come. At this point, legs are feeling good. So I feel recovered from the big ride on Saturday. 142 kilometers. We went on a reasonably fast pace. We did two famous climbs in the middle of it. So we actually went there going one way, did the two climbs, the Muur of Gerardsbergen, if you guys know it, and Bosberg. Two famous climbs if you know some classic races. And then afterwards we came back like the long way. But going back we had tailwind, which was really fun. If you have a good tailwind, you feel like a semi-professional guy, you know? You're blazing with like a small group and you're going like 40 plus kilometers an hour. It's a nice feeling. Legs are really filling up with like soreness because you're doing like over 100 kilometers already. It was nice feeling. And it was nice to be outside for once, right? We've been doing a lot of indoor racing, a lot of indoor rides. And you can feel like what you've been training for. I was feeling much greater, better and faster than before. That's good. That means the training indoors is working and we're having fun doing this. So we will be keep doing this. 76, 1 minute to go. So yeah, just over 80. Let's have like a pretty quick start and see how the others start, and then just catch the wheels in the front and we'll go from there. I think the first few kilometers are flat, and then we'll have that the time I was talking about. There's always one or two flyers, so we're not going to pay attention too much on them. I think they just want to show their balls or something, I don't know. But there's always one or two guys doing 7 watts a kilo, thinking they're good. Alright, good luck to us! Nothing too crazy here, so that's good. Let's slow it down slowly and let them come back, and then just catch the front wheels. A little bit of an incline here. Important to stick to the wheel because there's a descent right after it, and if you don't have the wheel there will be a gap. Oops. No! That's my bad. Start to recover. But the heart rate is not showing, man. That sucks. Let's get that group back. A little bit of wasted energy, but hey. That's this group. Hey, yeah. Let's try and recover a bit and try to jump that next one. It's gonna be a hard jump. God damn it. That sucks. That was a hard catch. Nice. We can recover a little bit. Use quite some energy to get here. $160 heart rate. I'm not gonna try and bear again, guys. I don't think I can close another gap like that. I'll take this bus anywhere they want to go. I'm riding. I'm not going to do anything of pulling here. I just want to sit in nicely. The other groups are closing in. I don't care. I don't care. It was such a big gamble if you stayed in that group behind us and they stopped working, I mean, this group would have been gone. Keep the wheels, it'll be good, I guess. Yeah, it does. It's dirt and it's uphill. I'm not scared of this gap. We can feel the sun got some great energy, and we still have to do a lot of climbing. Nice blobby. Nice blobby, guys. Whew. This is how we want to be cruising this game, in this race. Just blob it, no power at all. 40 kilometers an hour, 48. Let's go. Let's go. So we're keeping the right here, and then we'll see the first climb in our visor. It's a short climb, but it will be important to stick with the front towards the jungle. So let's prepare for that. I think it's like a 3-minute effort to get like on the middle of the bridge where it gets easier again. So it will be okay to go in the orange to stick with the wheels here. We know there's a small recovery after this effort. Once we pass the bridge, we have like 500 meters left of 3% incline, and then we have a nice descent towards the jungle to recover. And that's where we are looking forward to. And we're gonna need it. You can see the start of the climb there. You can already feel it starting here, right? It's going up already. Hard to stick to the wheels. And then bam, we're there. Here we go. Yeah. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. Come on. Small part coming here, right? And then we have that descent. Yeah, hopefully. We were close to getting drops on our bridge. We made it back. Another big effort though. So and the juggle still has to start, guys. Woo! Now the dirty starts. The dirty part starts, man. It's gonna be a nasty loop. But we'll do our best, right? We'll do our best. Yeah. It's gonna be a long climb. I can feel it. But we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll do our best. Remember, we still have the epic come after this. It's something you have to keep in mind, right? Thanks for the support, though. It's really nice to have you guys here. Does it end on the top? Oh. I wish I was recovering here, but it's hard to stick with them. Halfway through the show, right? So let's go. I hate to do it, guys. it slows you down so much. It's hard to foresee gaps, harder than on the tarmac. The hay was still here. Let's try to make our way to the start of the KOM, the epic KOM, in one piece, and then just pace ourselves up on that. Yeah, it's insane, right? I remember I should have like a weight advantage here on the downhill. And still it's hard to maintain gaps. I'll be doing that as well, I guess. But no matter what shape you are, and how tired or not tired or fresh you are, the cum will break you, man. Because you give almost everything you have, right? Whatever shape you are. If you're tired, it will be less wattage, but you will be as tired. And if you're fresh, you're going on high wattage. You will be dead once you hit that top. Well, you should be as. Otherwise, you have been chilling too much. Okay, let's climb our way out of this jungle. Don't say that, man. Don't say that. My legs are still talking about those efforts in the start to close those gaps. They didn't like that much. in my chest. So many gaps, guys. Jesus. I'm an 80 BPM. Chill out, guys. I'm waiting. Don't leave me here. It's like Hicken. Thanks, Pimp. Stupid jungle. This stupid jungle. Looks like we survived the jungle, boys. Jesus! Oh no, they're attacking. Oh no, no, no. No, 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 no. Ah. 190 BPM. Does this end on the top or on the downhill? 5.6K. I'm not sure where the finish will be. Probably after the downhill then, right? Guys, we worked so hard already. So many gaps we closed again. Oh my god. And now this comes up. This is gonna be hard, guys. This is really gonna be hard. Forgive me if I fail this one. I'll do my best though. Okay. Jesus. show off. Yeah. That would be nice. A nice cold beer, man. Jesus. This race has been feeling like closing gaps the entire race. And then they reward me with this stupid guy. God damn it. Fight the pain, fight the pain, fight the pain. Go, 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 go. It has to stop somewhere, right? And it's not gonna be me. It's gonna be that mountain that stops. Doing just that, man. Let's get back in that wheel. Hello, Mr. Pratt. I'm back. Not there yet, though. I'm shortening my lifetime, though. I want to roll in that snow, man. So bad. I want to make snow angels. 185 BPM. Thanks for the cheers, man. Sorry about that, but let's go, guys. Come on. We're so close. Let's beat this mountain, man. Let's beat it again. Are we there yet? Trying, man. Trying. Really going deep here. Come on, last couple of turns. Let's stay strong. Come on. Last time, I think. Sixth place is ours, guys. Come on. That distance is going slow. Jesus. We're close, guys. Come on. So close. Nope, there isn't. That's the finish, guys. That's the finish. Jesus Christ. Jesus. What a tough race that was, guys. What a tough race that was. Man, that was a tough one, man. Jesus. Ooh. We were expecting this, right? We were expecting it to be really heavy. Man, I didn't calculate in that few gaps we had in the start. I wanted to pair my heart rate monitor, but trying to do that, we lost a lot of time on the front group. I think we had to jump 3 different groups just to get back. Wasted so much energy into doing that, but luckily we did, because we got the front group and we stuck with the front until the start of the Epicom, and that was the main goal, right? So, Swifty, yeah, man, you missed fucking milk. You missed such a big one, effort-wise, that is. So I wanted to pair my heart rate monitor at the start. My guy decided to break.
Yeah.
Wow, physique, man. Shit, thank you so much, man. You're crazy. That's 3 beers, man. Whew. I'm gonna enjoy that so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that was just a finished sprint, which wasn't really needed because we had a gap. But I think we closed 3 big gaps in the start, if I remember well. I had to go like 500 watts for like 30 seconds to a minute every time to close it, but we managed to. That's the good part. Then we stuck with the front group, but we were struggling so hard in the jungle to stick with them. I had to close many small gaps. I was wasting a lot of energy, but I knew it was important. If we wanted to have like a decent chance on the Epicom for a good position. And we pulled through, thanks to you guys. You were the motivation. I didn't want to disappoint any of you. No, and then coming out of the jungle, just before we hit the tarmac, this one stupid guy decided to attack. And that was the point I was looking forward to the entire jungle. Being back on the tarmac, have a little weight advantage there with the draft. And then he decides to attack. So that was another gap we had to close, because we knew on the little descent after that hill, we wanted to have those wheels again. But lucky, every time we tried, it wasn't a wasted effort. Every time we tried, we got to the group and we stuck with the group. So I'm so happy about that, man. That feels so great and strong. So just before the Epicom, I was already happy with the race, with how it went. I felt really strong closing those gaps, and that's such a huge mental boost to take to the future. Enjoy your ride, Mubata. I'll see you later, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting. I'm gonna make a dono button just for you, man. Physic. I've seen on this interlay overlay is not a space yet for dono, so I will make that. Hey, I'm pedaling, right? Drigamerd, thanks for the follow, man. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I went really deep for this one. I was so happy with how we did before the com. And then, to be honest, we were still strong on the com as well, right? I mean, we overtook 2 guys there, going for 6th place. We maintained those positions. The others were too far along, but we maintained a good pace. I was trying to aim for that 300 watts average. We weren't always there, especially when it flattens out a little bit. It's really hard for me to maintain a higher wattage. For some reason, I have a low climbing cadence, RPM. So when it flattens out, I have to start spinning really hard to maintain the same wattage. And most of the time I'm too tired to do that. So that's why I always lose a little bit of momentum on those small little bends. But then we make that always up when it starts inclining again. Like we did now with, how is it called, Pratt, he's just before us. The Pratt guy, I knew I was gonna get back into his wheel because we are better in that higher wattages pressing on that incline. So 6th place, I'm really happy with that. No problem, Swifty, there will be much more of these to come. We have for this week stage 5 still, which is Moer and the Mountain. I think I'm pronouncing it right, not sure. But Moer and the Mountain, I think, is the Epic Com again, together with Titan's Grove, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have another climbing race, I guess, not sure. I know I had a look at it, Physic, and I know I pretty much liked it. So I don't think it's that much climbing in it. I was pretty happy going on to stage. Stage 4 was the worst one for me. So I'm looking forward to stage 5. And this week we are going to try, for the first time ever, to join the B class in the crit race. But we're gonna go for the Zwift headquarters race with the cones, right? So it's one of the next days. If we manage to, because it always starts at 5 p.m. my time, which is 3 hours ago. So 3 hours ago, it always starts, same time, same day, every day. And will be first time ever we'll try and join the B ones. We won the C class twice now, without being coned though. But yeah, we want to try it. I really like those crit races because we are pretty strong in them. If you compare like the wattage we have to do, like watts per kilo to maintain with the front group, you can see the front group, the lighter weights, have to do much more work than us in the crit race. So if there's a race that we can try and follow with the Bs, I think that's the one. And if we join the Zwift headquarters race, it will filter out a little bit of the A riders, hopefully. So we might be able to stake it longer than we think. Who knows? We might be dropped after 2 laps, of course. That can happen. It is, after all, 24 kilometers, it's 12 laps. So it's a little bit longer than the standard crit races, it's 8 laps. But if we're gonna join that 8-lap crit race in the B class, it's full with A class riders. And we will be dropped for sure. Because the pace is such a high level. I compare sometimes the times we are doing with the C's, and they're almost like always like 1 minute faster. And 1 minute doesn't seem that much, but on a crit race, it's pretty much, it's like 10-15 seconds every lap. It's hard, we'll see. We can try, we can do our best. And if we manage, we might do it more often and we get hopefully quicker, more strong to compete with the Bs. Like in the C class, like today, we are competing for the podium, which is always a great feeling, right? Going into the B class, it's gonna be a little bit more competition against ourselves and the other just B riders, but hey Camp, it was a great race, man. I'm gonna make some highlights after this one because we had some great gaps we filled. As you can see, the heart rate monitor is not paired. We wanted to pair that in the start. When the race just started, we lost 2 groups before us, but we battled our way back, which was crazy. In my eyes, it was a really big effort. But we managed to get back to the front group. There was one crazy flyer, probably an A-class rider, who was gone with the wind from the start, never to be seen. But from the 2nd to I think 10th position, so we were like 8 riders going into the jungle. We dropped like 2, and then we were like 6 people starting the Epicon, and we came in 6th position. And really strong effort, even if I say myself. We did crazy big efforts as well on closing those gaps in the start, which isn't normally necessary. That's my own stupid fault, trying to get that heart rate monitor going. But the jungle was hard, the dirt was slowing us down, creating some unpredictable gaps. Like it was going down and I thought, okay, I have a weight advantage here, so I can just ease back just a little bit and try to recover. But then there was a gap all of a sudden, so you have to push 400 watts again to get back in the wheel. And we had like 4 or 5 times that this happened, so these short intervals. But we managed to stick with the front. And then we were looking forward for the tarmac to start again, just before the Epicom, and then this guy started to attack. Damn it, man, that was crazy. That was the mental hardest part, I think, because we were really hoping to sit in that wheel on the tarmac until the Epicom starts, and then this guy attacks. We have to chase again. Jesus. But we tried to maintain 300 watts average on the Epicom. I think we got close. I think it will be like around FTP that we did it. Like 290 or something average is my guess. But after the effort of the jungle and the gaps, I'm really happy with how we did. I'm really happy with how we did. It wasn't the Alp, we did the Epicom. It was either the jungle and the Epicom, so complete the loop of the jungle and then the Epic, counter-clockwise or reverse that is, with the finish on top, 30k. I skipped the Alp, man. I didn't feel like doing the Alp today. We will do it soon as well, right? We want to go for that sub 1 hour batch. Like get there fresh and then battle our way up. I think the jungle like felt the worst in the legs and mentally, because you know you still have to do the epic after that. If it was like the way around, it's probably the way around as well, right? Because you want to save a little bit of energy on the jungle, but you can't if you want to stick with the front. So it feels really tough and really hard, but like you guys were cheering me on. It was such a nice feeling to close those gaps again, because I didn't want to disappoint if I still had the legs to close the gap just by saving myself for that climb. So I shot my matches right on that point and hoping we could recover, but we did. So that was cool. The attack I didn't expect, but even that we survived. Sixth position, -1 that was gone from the start. So actually there were 4 people in front of me that were in the same group after the jungle. So I'm pretty happy with 87 kilograms. We can do worse, right? I'm still a heavy guy, guys. Don't forget, those climbs are not my thing at all. We are getting slightly better at them, and we are getting more knowledge. The more we do it, the more knowledge we have on where we can push harder, where we have to hold on the wheels, where we have to catch or close gaps. It's important to know. Zwift knowledge gets us up there. The flats can be really hard as well, right? Because you maintain the same wattage the entire time to stick with the group. Sub 45, you crazy animal. You're crazy, man. My goal is sub 1 hour, man. Sub 1 hour. If I can do that, we have a little bit more than 3 minutes. We have to shave off. Last time we did one, I think we had even a lot of draft advantage because it was on the haute route with a lot of people. So yeah, we're still a way off, but we will get there. We will get there. We have around 10 days left in our vacation to drink beers and alcohol and eat bad stuff. And after those 10 days, we're cleaning up. We are cleaning up. Then we'll change the beer donation. Will change to vegetable donation. Then we'll have carrots and broccoli, cauliflower. And if we get those keys out, we'll get better. Hey Razy, yeah man, yeah man. I tried Trackmania yesterday though, after like 6 years. It was fun for a while. Patat, not so good, man. I don't think I will be eating a lot of patat when I'm losing weight. I'll try to stop myself. I'm full of vegetables. Oh yes, they do, man. A lot of koolhydraten. I don't know how. To be honest, I eat pretty healthy. I just eat too much at this point. Like I eat a lot of pasta and chicken, but most of the time my portions are too big, so I have to cut it down my portions, and then like if I'm still hungry or in between, I need vegetables to keep the hunger feeling away. But if we maintain the same schedule as we are doing the last month on the bike, we've been spending a lot of time on the bike, indoors and outdoors. So sporting wise, we're doing 200%. So I think if we just manage our food like a little bit, we'll be seeing a lot of results so quickly. So quickly. Do you have a calorie budget, Swifty? Are you trying to maintain weight or are you trying to lose weight? True that, but vegetables is one of the best things you can have, right? And especially green vegetables. All the green vegetables are such a good thing. They fill you up. You can eat like 2 kilograms of carrots for like 1 potato or something. Calorie wise comparison. I was doing a lot of outdoors eating before I met my wife, but she's a vegetarian. So once we got together and we started living together a few years back, I started taking over some of the vegetarian meals, which can be really enjoyable even as a meat eater. So I'm pretty sure I'm eating healthy, like I said. I'm pretty sure I just eat too much, and sometimes I have to drop the beer. Like Physic just gave me 3 beers to drink today, so I'll enjoy them. But that's the stuff we have to skip if you want to lose those 7 to 8k. If you skip those beers and you skip the vodka, and there's this like tiny habit I have, like we have a little bar of chocolate, and I think it's like 150 calories for 1 bar. Mostly I eat only 1 in the evening, but yeah, those are the things we have to let go, because 150 calories, that's like 20 to 30 minutes of biking maybe. Just in 3 bites. Secret eaters. Nice, man. I think in the past life I was an Italian, because pasta is my thing, guys. Pasta is my thing. I love pasta, spaghetti bolognese, everything that has pasta. You can throw ketchup on pasta, I don't care. Pasta is such a nice thing, and that's like one of the big things I have to cut. Like if you think about what you're eating day to day, and you have a slight overweight like I have, it's not that big, but it's there. I can just point out, just skip the pasta, skip the chocolate, and skip the alcohol. Man, I'm there. If I skip those 3 things and replace them with vegetables, I'm good to go. I'll be losing 5k in 1 month for sure. It's just so hard, because a lot of good times come with alcohol. Like I want to get off the bike now, and I'm gonna have a shower, and then you're gonna go outside in the garden with a wife, and then you might have like a little wine or a beer. Oh, let's take a little bit of some nuts with it. Some salty nuts, some chips. Up, and bam, before you know it, 800 calories further. Lasagna has a birthday cake. Alright, let's get this bike back. I'm glad we didn't fall off, because it was the first time we connected the bike since the ride. And our previous efforts were always bad. And on the first ride we did actually on the bike came loose off the trainer, and we were going head first to the ground. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Doom Doom. If it's like, if you, I would do that, but I would, if I can choose to skip it, like at home, I would skip it. But if I like, summer's coming, right? So some barbecues will be coming, even with Corona. It will be allowed soon again. So if there's a barbecue and there's roasted potatoes or there's other things than chicken on the menu, I'm not like gonna be the spoiler. Be like, no, I'm on a diet. I brought my own salad. Please, just leave me be. I just eat it, but I just keep in mind that my portions are small and I don't take any sauces on it and stuff like that. I'm not a lettuce eater as well. That's why I say vegetables, because like carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, those things I like more. My wife can make some nice salads though, like in combination with some cheeses. Cheeses aren't that great as well, but if you pick the right ones and it's like just for the black beans are good. Yeah, we eat it a few times. And we have a lot of nuts. We have a lot of different nuts for different fats. So for salads, combinations, really good. Salad things are my wife kind of thing. If I can do that, I just Google a nice recipe online, like, and I try to replicate it. But she's really good with combination stuff. I'm more like the the pasta chef, the meat chef, but my daughter still eats meat, right? Let's have a quick look at Zwift Power, guys. Results should be alright. I think a sixth position should give us a podium, right? Unless we are disqualified because of our heart rate, because it was not connected. We had it on. Aha! Gold. We are gold. So it's D class, but keep in mind the D class is the C and D together. So it's not actually the D class in this race. I was not going under my class. Just FYI. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they need to change a little bit because it gives like the impression that I was in the D class at this point, and I'm like sandbagging, and like most of them are. Our average seems pretty low though for the effort I think I was doing. This looks really low. I thought I was doing like 3.3 average the entire ride. We battled for that start, man. We really battled for that start. Nope. This. This is calculating the downhills as well. There are few. So yeah. Yeah, turns. If you guys don't work with torrents, it's a good thing. Since Netflix and stuff, it's not necessarily that much, but if you want It can come in useful sometimes. Only the legal ones. Our Zwift is still open, right? So menu or 1 minute effort was pretty okay. 5 minute effort. I'm at 20 minute effort. This one feels a little bit low. I think I felt I was going harder than this, but okay. I don't think this was the start. I think this was around the end, the epic comp, because on the start we had a few spikes, but then once we caught the groups, it got a lot easier, and we got some recuperation in there. So I don't think we'll be around 300 watts for the start, but we will have been for the epic comp. I was going for that anyhow. Goodbye, man. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna end this. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Then we're gonna look at Strava to see how we did there, and then we're gonna hit the showers, guys. Then we're gonna hit the showers. It's really right because we did this downhill. Okay, never mind. So we had a few PRs. A lot of PRs in the jungle, apparently. Oh man, that last climb in the jungle. Jesus, I almost forgot it. Jeez, Luigi. I thought we were there, and then it started climbing, and oh yeah, shit. Yeah, I remember this part now. God damn it. God damn it. So many segments though. So many segments on this race. Jeez. But yeah, for some reason, I think I feel like we did a lot more, but yeah, it's calculating the end as well, right? Where the cooldown doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We did our best. We have a 6th position. We really struggled at some points, but we overcome every attack that was thrown at us up until the epic comp, and even on the epic comp we gained 2 positions, and we finished 6th place on the top. It was hard, but we managed to do it. It was a lot better than I expected at the start, and that's important, right? That's really important. Let's have a quick look. I think stage 5, full for all stage 5. I want to see. If it's not this. Keith Hill after party, and this Sand and Sequoias. So yeah, we'll be doing this one. We'll be doing this one. That means Sand and Sequoias that start just before Tempest Fudget. Then you race the 8 kilometers through the desert. So that's almost one third of the distance already, all flat, just hanging on to that front group. And then you hit the Titans Grove. So the hardest part will be the climb up the Titans Grove Comp, which is like 5 or 6 minutes of climbing. And then you have some hills. But if you're not too tired, if I'm not too tired, that's a good thing for me. I have a lot of momentum going up those small hills with the weight advantage. So the most important part for me will be the Titans climb, and it will all depend on how deep we have to go for the flat to stick with the front group. But I'm really looking forward to this one. It's a short one, it will be a fast one as well. Short and fast. Short and fast. Is it tomorrow already? Or is it the day after? Swift.com, let's check events. If it's tomorrow, I think we might do it tomorrow. Then we have the choice tomorrow, either if you have the time to go at 5 p.m. to try the Zwift headquarters B race. If we not make 5 p.m. in the evening, and we make it earlier or later, we'll do this one if it's tomorrow already. Monday, no. No. So those two are the two big races this week that are in my mind. This is the stage 5 one, Sand and Sequoias, where I hope to be doing quite good, and then I want to see how we do on the Zwift headquarters race. Wednesday evening I won't be able to race, so it's either tomorrow. That's still today, right? Stage 4. Stage 4. Stage 4. Still stage 4. So yeah, tomorrow is still stage 4. So hopefully we'll be able to do the Zwift headquarters tomorrow at 5 p.m. That's the goal, I guess. If we don't make it, we'll do something else, either a race or a badge. Wednesday we'll be doing a race earlier, so yeah, I guess then Thursday is my guess at this point. Looking forward to that one though. Looking forward to that one. It's gonna be nice to see if we can stick well with the front group on the desert. I think we can stick with them as well on the Titans Come, hopefully. But you never know. You never know. We'll see. A little bit more my game than this one today. This one today really felt hard, and it was hard, and still we did pretty good, so I'm really happy with how it went. Yeah, I'll send you a DM if I know which one at what time. It's always a little bit hard with the daughter to plan stuff. The bigger things I can just plan straight on, but yeah, like small races, sometimes it's easier to do it at 5 p.m. race, and sometimes it's easier like today to do it a little bit later, and even sometimes very late. Well, very late for me is starting around this time. But then sometimes we don't have that much of energy left anymore. So, but I send you a message if I know when we're gonna do it, and you hop on, man. We'll stick together to the front. We'll push each other to the finish line. Thank you so much again for the donut, by the way. I'm gonna enjoy that beer, man. And I'm gonna make this interlay change a little bit, so I can salute you even better. Guys, thank you so much all for tuning in. Physic, thanks again. Thanks again for the donation. Thanks for the follows, guys, and thank you just for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys pushed me through these hard races. They finished this good because you guys are here. You're welcome, Camp. There will be much more in the future. Thank you so much, all. Bye, guys.